Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup should be interesting. The Jets are top 10 in converting third down opportunities, and they'll be up against the Falcons' defense looking to knock that conversion rate down.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. They go play action here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Michael Bannon in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down again. Leonard Williams in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. First and 10, it's Ryan. And that is caught by Ardarius Stewart. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in. Second and 10 now. Ryan finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw again is Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now Ryan on second down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And here we get a look at Stewart down on the ground still. Hope this isn't anything serious. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing. No. Check.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot, and he got that one all wrong. That goes almost directly out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted inside the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jets.
And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They run again with Jennings. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Ryan. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Captain Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Coleman now. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Slot man moves right. This is Coleman. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
In motion right is Jones. Here's Coleman. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Devontae Freeman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Ryan. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Tech McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Duke Riley. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go now.
to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gilbert. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gilbert. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. After the interception, here's Ryan. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, Ryan. Anderson loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
So out come the Falcons now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This is Jennings, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Ryan. A bullet throw, but incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Looking to throw. Caught by Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Jennings trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Jets on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Ryan. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 32 that time.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
On first down, Ryan got his man complete over the middle. That's Hansen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. And this is Hurts with it, right side. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Second down now after the pass completion. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Ryan on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, but no problems converting there.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go now.
Coleman takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And these guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now
Now a handoff as they run left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So 5 yards remain now, still first down. Now it's Jennings. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Jennings. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down following the run. They're going to look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's going to air one out. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. 3, 9, 10. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
21.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Space to run past the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On second down, here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. And they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Back to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Coleman on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
He's back to throw. He'll buy some time right, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Now it's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Here we go. 3, 19.
In motion is Austin Hooper. Now a first throw here in overtime. He's going to leave this to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath. And boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Dancing to his left. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Darren Lee in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll run it. Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. First down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a handoff as they run left side. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. And now here's a carry heading left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guy, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And they take a knee. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And Bailey able to knock it through. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Atlanta, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.